You've had some ups and downs. You've had some really rough spots, and one in particular was that terrible wrist injury. It was like a never-before-seen injury in Major League Baseball. Such a freak accident. Can you take me back to that day?
Man, we was like, me and Josh Burns, who's the GM, in the Arizona Diamondback Stadium. We were sitting up at the TGI Fridays in Diamondback Stadium about 2 weeks before that, and we were discussing a long-term deal. Atlanta Braves come in town. We were getting the wax that game. And I got a feeling, I think I was probably going to come out the next inning because they were waxing us that game. We already had won 2 out of the 3, so we finally let them win 1. Brian McCann hits a single, scored a run. Errant throw, Connor Jackson in the left field. He throws the ball to the catcher and get over the catcher head or Chris Snyder head. Juan Cruz is backing up, who's the pitcher, is backing up the home plate. Picks up the ball, and he got a cannon. He just heaved it towards second base, and Brian McCann is not a small guy. He's about 6'2.5", and he's not a small guy. And that ball was tailing up the second base line, so I'm trying to get in front of the bag and trying to get the tag, catch the ball and tag him in the back. And as I was going, the ball was drifting, I hit him right here. He crushed all these bones from top to bottom, and the pain was so, it was unbelievable. I wanted to retire. I was like, God told me it's time for me to quit. The year before that, my first time ever going to playoffs, I broke my thumb stealing third base, missed the whole playoffs, and pushing for the playoffs again, and I break my wrist the next year. I was like, it's done. I couldn't hold my hand down. As I was sitting, I had to hold my hand up. It's on the relief of pain I can get. Then my grandma called me and gave me a long talking to it, and my mom was like, this ain't you don't quit. Every GM and owner were like, I don't think he'd be able to bounce back to be the player he was. Nah, I don't think we should sign him. Then the Dodgers gave me a chance. And then that's when I, was an all-star and won the Gold Glove again the next year.
Tell me about the rehab, because this must have been the longest road
Longest
of your
rehab.
career.
They bending, they squeezing. I'm saying to myself, hold on, man, please, calm down. Like, we got to get you right. You got to get you right, man. I'm like, man, this hurts. Like, I know that the bending and all that, the massaging was just like, oh, my goodness. And still have no motion to go. It's further to go back now. It's not like that. It's all I can do.
Will it ever go back?
No, that's it. Go forward a little bit, but it won't go back ever. That's it. I had to readjust myself, reteach myself how to catch certain ground balls and when my wrist won't jam back and all this kind of stuff. And after I had a long talk, with the parents or whatever, then I was like, you know what? I'm going to be an all-star again, win the Gold Glove, point blank. Let me go do that, Let me go do that, help my team win some games, and whoever I signed with, and happened to be the Dodgers. It was Jackie Robinson talking to me.
You still have to work on the hand?
Oh, definitely. I do the rice bucket, do a lot of drills with the weights, the folding back and forth, and, just keep it loose.
What do you think played more of a role in your recovery? Was it the work, or was it the head, the heart, the faith?
The faith. After grandmother and mama give me a good talking to, it was the faith. After that, then it is everything else fell into place.
Is that something you prayed on?
Yeah, I had to. I had to get on my knees hard. And talk to God a long time about that one. A nice, quiet place. I had to.
And I bet you still do, right?
Oh, got to, because this, like you said, it was career ending, and I'm still thinking of him right now, every morning and every night, that I'm here and able to, just keep doing what I'm doing.
Isn't it amazing, though? Do you take a look at it and say, wow, I can't believe it, here I was, and then you go on to do amazing things after that. Yeah,
it's like, anything is possible. Anything is possible through faith, pray about it and be serious about it, have a good talk with him upstairs, and, let it go and put everything in his hands, and you keep doing what you're doing, everything will work out.
Let's talk about the conditioning, because for you to be a top athlete, there's so much work that goes into it before you even get out there. What is your conditioning, your training, your mental and physical fitness like?
When I first get home, it's deer season. So, I go hunt in the mornings. After I leave the tree stand, I come home, eat a little quick bite, eat a little something, and put my workout clothes on, and I go to the gym downtown Darlington about 9:30. Then we get after it. Me and Kim Purvis, she's my trainer here. And my trainer in Houston, forward her all my workout stuff. And then she'll add a little something to her. I'm like, come on, dude, you about to kill me. She's a tough woman. But, I work out for a couple hours, make my shake. She make my shake for me and drink my shake. Then I come back home, body's just worn out. Try to get me like a little 45-minute little napping just so the body can calm down a little bit and shower up and be ready for my kids when they walk through the door. Then I stay here for about a month. Then I fly out to Houston, me and my man Carl Crawford, who plays for the Red Sox. Then we train together with our trainer Lee Fiocchi. And he just, it's just, from the weights, then back outside, we do the bars, and then we do the exercises. we get it with it. It's like, it's a grind. And I go back into camp, you know, and, you know, the trainers always tell like, oh, you're in phenomenal shape, man, you know. So that's the biggest thing, going back into camp and in shape. So once the first day hit, I'm now ready to rock and roll. Everything is mostly body weight and small weight stuff with a band, and it wears your body out. And I had this guy ask me one time, he walked in there, he said, Orlando, you pushing a band and you over here screaming? I said, there you go. So he was doing it like, man, it's easy. No. Get in the same position Orlando was in, and he couldn't even move it. He was like, this band that's wrong, he couldn't even move it.
It's nice when you prove the naysayers wrong.
Yeah, he couldn't even move it. I had my cousin try the whole workout with me. He's like, I'll never do it again. Never, I couldn't do this stuff.
That's brutal.
He said, I come in lifting all. He said, everybody who comes in and lift all these weights thinking they're doing something, then they come try your workout one time.
Specifically for second base, what are the things that you really have to work on?
I'd like to work on my agility. You know, I do the cones for my agility because, you know, moving from which way, back and side and forth for ground balls, you want to get that extra step, you know. Got to get that extra step, so I do a lot of cone drills too.
What's the mental training? What do you have to do to get yourself ready to do that every game, to make those leaps, those dives, those outstanding plays?
Oh, I just tell myself, oh, it wasn't no fluke you was all-star. It wasn't no fluke you a gold glover. It wasn't no fluke you been chosen one of the best second basemen to play the game. You know, I keep that kind of thought process going through my mind.
But how do you bring it every time?
Got to bring it every time. I got people on my shoulders I got to support. I got to bring it. I know I got little kids to look up to, so I got to bring it every day.
Do you ever have doubt? And how do you get by that as an athlete?
You know what? Sometimes when I've been in my slumps a few times, I've been like, man, what is it like getting a hit again? You know, that's a little form of doubt, you know? I'm like, man, so I kind of think to myself, go back to the same thing you did in high school, you know? Step back, go back to the basics, don't try to do too much, and, you know, get back in it.
Is there a spirituality that comes into your training?
Oh, definitely. Now, some days I walk in and I'm like, Jesus, I'm tired today. Don't have me come in here hurting nothing, you know, please, just have my muscles. Just hold on for about an hour. Hold on for an hour. But you know, everything I do is spiritual. You know, everything I do, gotta say a little prayer before. Got a little Bible verse I run through. Read a little something before I head out, and you know, after I'm done. So, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be able to do all this. You know, nothing would be possible.
The nutrition has to be very key for you. I mean, you're in amazing shape. What do you eat?
I was hoping you wouldn't ask that question.
Really?
I don't mess with no McDonald's and Burger King and stuff like that. But I don't have I'm trying to actually gain a little weight, you know? I mean, my metabolism's so high. You know, a few years ago I came in at 3.3% body fat. The next year I came at 4.5% body fat. Last year was 6.5% body fat. Can't get no body fat. To be honest,
how many men want to be you?
You know, but so I sit there and, you know, cut the camera off. I eat a lot of rice and gravy, a lot of fried pork chops, a lot of macaroni and cheese, collard greens. I eat all that.
Really?
And I still don't, I eat all of it. And I eat it 1 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I get up and it's all like, I can't keep no weight on. So I fluctuate during the season between 188 and 194, fluctuate. I don't gain no weight. My trainer said, oh, it's just your genes. You know, it's something you just do. You know, I got some guys on my team eating those protein bars, like, look at, he make me sick. He got a big old plate of rice over there with a big old plate of big fried pork chop. He over there eating, and I can't eat that, man.
You're the envy when it comes to food.
Yeah, man, I crush it. You know, my wife, my mom tell me all the time, man, you need to stop eating so much fried food. I can't help it.
That's your power food, apparently.
Apparently so.
I have to ask you, are you the American athlete?
I am an American athlete, the true American athlete, the real American athlete, big dog and American athlete.
What do you think it means to be the American athlete?
Oh, it means a lot. It means a lot. You know, we looked upon it from other countries. We looked upon it from magazines, from news channels, from all these sports radio shows. It's a great deal to be an American athlete.
Do you love the fact that a lot of kids and a lot of adults look up to you? They think you're a good guy.
Yeah, I appreciate it. But it definitely means a lot. You know, that don't mean I'm perfect. Nobody's perfect. But you know, we do have some responsibility, not just in the house, because you have so many other people who looks up to you that kind of put you on that pedestal. Because I was one of those kids, you know, once too, that put the athletes on that pedestal, and still I got some athletes I look up to up on the pedestal. You know, but you know, we human beings too. As
a person and as a baseball player, what do you want your legacy to be?
Oof. As a person, my legacy to be as humble, very spiritual, Never forgot where he came from. Always help others. A man of his word, a man of God. A great family man, great husband, great father, great friend. But as an athlete, tremendous player. Uncle Mario Wills that played for the Dodgers, he's called. When somebody say he's a good player, nah, you want them to say, oh, he's a hell of a ball player. That means a lot. So that's what I want him to say. He was a hell of a ball player.
You're there, aren't you?
No, still got a little ways to go. I personally think I still got a little ways to go before I become the hell of a ball player.
You know, we see so much about you. You're very outspoken. You're not shy.
No.
But is there something about you that nobody knows? Is there a side of you that nobody?
Oh, I dance like Elvis and sound like Otis Redding. You know, that's the part that everybody don't know. You know, I can move my hips like Elvis a little bit. You know, got a little Otis Redding tune when I sing a little bit.
That I didn't know.
Yeah, you know, I'm playing the guitar like Alan Jackson a little bit. You know.
Are you different though at home, or are you a different guy?
No, I'm the same person everywhere. Same person. I don't change. No need to change. Just a country old boy from Darling, South Carolina. I don't change for nobody, for nothing. They don't like me the way I am. I can't. I'm sorry. It's just me.
And your kids, what do you want them to see? Because ultimately, that's what really drives the whole
definitely.
world.
You know that daddy is, is a good person, and you know, and help others, and always there for them. You know, I'm trying to raise them the best I can. The same my parents raised me with a very good upbringing, very good spiritual upbringing. To make it to that point, and to be, strive whatever they want to be in, when they grow up. Don't give up on what you want to be. I don't care what it is, as long as you stay away from drugs and the alcohol and the other things, and get a great education. You're fine with me.
It's funny. It's like every once in a while, my kid will come on a shoot with me, and he'll see what I do I see me through his eyes, differently. Do your kids see you through a different microscope or a different lens, and what's that like?
Oh, it's great. My son, to me, I'm not even close to being one of his favorite players anyway, so he's looking at other players through the microscope. Now, my two daughters, no, they definitely are all over daddy, but my son is like, man, no. I like Manny Ramirez and Matt Kemp and Troy Tulowitzki and LeBron James and Kobe Bryant. Daddy, they never come up. Never. Not even close. But my daughters, they always on me, so yeah, they kind of look at me a little different. They don't look at me as a baseball player. They just look at me as dad. My older daughter, she just think, Dad, all you do is go out there and just play. I'm like, yeah, I just go out there and just play. She realized, all that stuff that you're able to get, that's because Dad is going to just playing. She don't realize that this is what it is,
It's more than just a game.
It's more just a game, baby.
And you have 3 kids.
3 kids. I got my oldest daughter, Kamari, and my son is Orlando. We call him Deuce, the second, and my youngest is Kaylee.
That's great.
And she's 2.
So life is good.
Life is great. Life is great.